ambulances come in here because it's seizures. If you get in here,
another big concern for neighbors here. They say this boat is actually moving down the hill. They tell me 5 feet in just the last few months. They've done what they can. They've put these bricks in front of the tire to try to stop it from moving.
It's broken down, it's dilapidated, it's rotting.
Both Galloway and Wewell say they've been told there isn't much that can be done.
I'm not allowed to touch it. I'm not allowed to move it. They're not moving it.
Okay, see you. Hold on. I'll have a smoke session with y'all.
If there's anything that can be done soon about this boat, but so far we've not heard back. Reporting in Perry South tonight, Rich Pierce, Channel 11 News.
Right, great. Stay on top of it. Thank you. And new on 11 at 11, several people are accused of forcing a teen to perform sex acts in exchange for a place to stay. The victim told police that
Why the fuck is you telling that?
in James Clark downtown, and they offered to let her stay with them in Glassport. Once they got to the home, the 15-year-old says the couple raped her. The victim told police Clark's brother, Anthony Brown, also assaulted her. She says Clark and Allen threatened to call the police if she ran away. Police say cell phone video confirms the victim's accusations.
A motorcyclist was rushed to the hospital after
Man,
a crash.
crazy out there.
The motorcyclist's condition with the driver of the car was okay. This happened at University Boulevard in Blue Township just after noon. The road was closed during the investigation. New on 11 at 11, police say a man used an Allen key to threaten a worker at a Fayette County convenience store. According to a criminal complaint, Lucky Nicholson was at the Honey Bear in Bullskin Township Wednesday night when he pointed a metal Allen key at an employee and said, "Stick him up, give me all you got." Police say Nicholson chased the worker around the store, running away. He was caught later.
Caught his ass.
Nearly a year after a gas explosion killed a Western Pennsylvania native in Ohio, a judge denied the gas company's request to seal the settlement. Akil Drake died last summer when an explosion rocked the Youngstown Bay where he was working. He was from Penn Hills and he played football in high school. The judge would by precedent said in a similar case, and he decided that the public had a right to know about the lawsuit because Drake's death was so public. Both parties have 7 days to appeal before the details are made public.
New details now: a driver who crashed into a Mount Lebanon house early this morning is now facing charges. Say Alexander Baggett first told police his test cell malfunctioned while in self-driving mode, and he later admitted to drinking tequila and smoking marijuana before getting behind the wheel. This video shows the Tesla up against the house on Power Hill Road. See scattered around him. He's facing DUI and careless driving charges. No concern. That wasn't the only vehicle to hit a house today. A pickup truck slammed into a home in Baldwin. Firefighters tells us shared a gas meter and a water line before hitting the house along Agnew Road. It was that month a gaping hole in the home. It missed something inside. Neighbor says this is not the first time something like this has happened.
We've been here about 12 or 15 years, and many hits this way happen 3 or 4 times where people roll down Joseph and lose control.
Police say the driver took off running right after the crash, and they are still investigating.
New on 11 at 11, officials in Washington County want the owners of the mall to either make repairs or to sell the place. North Franklin Township officials have issued more than 700 citations for unsafe conditions at Washington Crown Center. The owner tells the Observer reporter that he has a buyer interested. The township is pausing citations for the next 6 months and may waive them for the new owner as long as those repairs get done. And there is pressure on the owners of another local shopping center to make repairs. Work to fill potholes outside of the Pittsburgh Mills Mall has stopped because the asphalt company claims that the property owner never paid up. The president of Patch Management Inc. told the Trib Namdar Building owes them $21,000 and has not responded to any communication.
A pet memorial service is trying to bring comfort to people who were duped in an alleged cremation scam. Funeral home owner Patrick Barrett is accused of taking money to cremate more than 6,000 animals. Instead, the Attorney General's office says he tossed them into landfills and gave customers ashes that did not belong to their pets.
He saw me crying. He saw my heartbreak. He lied to my face. And I don't even know if my dogs made it to the landfill or if he dropped them off between here and Latrobe. And
Local priest will perform a memorial service, and specialists will be on hand to answer questions about proper pet cremation. Memorial will be at the
She said she don't even know where they dropped her shit at.
And service starts Sunday evening at 6. Police say they confiscated 2 pounds of meth in his car.
2 pounds?
He's got a tip that Officers pulled him over on Route 217 early this morning and found his license suspended for a DUI conviction. Police dog detective drugs and officers found meth in the car.
The man convicted of stabbing author Salman Rushdie has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. Patty Qatar was found guilty of stabbing Rushdie during a New York lecture back in 2022. The stabbing left him blind in one eye. Qatar received a maximum sentence of 25 years for the attempted murder and 7 years for hurting another man in that same attack. From Bethel Park to Cranberry, several gun stores have been targeted by thieves in our region this year. Now a group of state lawmakers wants to crack down on burglaries.
What's good? What's good, bro?
Who commits this crime automatically charged as an adult.
If the juveniles are able to be charged as adults, they lose at this
What's good?
Or you're not going to be charged, and you're going to be a juvenile, so they're going to slap you on the wrist and you'll be back out on the street.
The bill would also impose even tougher punishments if those stolen guns are used in another crime.
Hold on.
New tonight on Westmoreland County, 2 fire departments are joining forces. Cross River Central and Cross River Number 1 are forming Cross River Township Fire Department. For now, they'll continue to be
Tonight.
and firefighters, but in the future, departments say there could be changes to make those. With the primary just 3 days away, anyone who has not returned their mail-in ballot is encouraged to use a county drop-off site. He says more than 100,000 voters requested absentee ballots, but election officials have only gotten about half of them.
Said hi. What's good, man? How you?
Drop off your ballot in Pittsburgh. You can do that in downtown, Squirrelsville, or in Homewood. The county has 7 more drop-off sites outside of the city, and those are in Boone, Avalon, Dormont, Duquesne, Plum, and North South Park.
Happening now, the outbound side of the Parkway East is closed in Pittsburgh. Crews are working on the Oakland off-ramp. The detour is posted using exit 72A and using the Main Street ramp to get back on the Parkway East. The highway will reopen at noon tomorrow. Overnight closures will continue next week, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Monday through Thursday. And there's also weekend construction on I-79. The southbound direction is down to a single lane, and it will shift traffic into the shoulder. This is between the Moon Run Crafton exit and the airport exit. Crews are patching the concrete there, and they plan to reopen everything by 6 a.m. on Monday. And if you take the bus, there is a good chance that you will see changes to your route next month. Route 8 downtown will now come into the city from the 7th Street Bridge and then loop around construction on Penn Avenue. Route 77 is adding new stops on Liberty and 7th Avenues. Routes 81 through 83 are adding stops on Forbes, Bryant Street, and stopping from PNC Tower. And these are just a few of the many changes that are coming in. So you're going to want to make sure that you check your route.
Right now, an urgent manhunt after 10 inmates in Roosevelt Jail.
We have indication that these detainees received assistance.
New on 11/11, the health investigators think those inmates may have had.
An off-duty police chief pulls a gun on a motorcyclist. The new video is
New on 11/11, 5 local Big Lots stores reopened.
SPACEHIPPIE J. Motorcycle was cool. Hell no.
Lupus. For me, every flare is a big wake-up call. Plus, flares contribute to a huge problem. Organ damage. If you're
Taco, what a.
lupus or lupus nephritis and still having flares, ask about Benlysta.
What's up, y'all?
It prevents flares and could protect my
Alcohol.
Benlysta is the
Nah,
first
that's some
oral
good ass
medicine
water.
for people 5 years and older with lupus
Water.
nephritis. Benlysta can cause serious side effects and some of which
Water.
Benlysta may increase risk of a serious and life-threatening brain infection, PML, and certain cancers. Tell your doctor now about infections,
Wow.
reactions, mental health problems, and suicidal
Spacey
thoughts,
shit.
or vaccinations. Common side effects include nausea, diarrhea, fever,
Fucking with it.
running nose and sore throat, persistent cough, trouble sleeping, leg or arm pain, depression, headache, and injection site reactions. I still have lupus, but I'm moving in the right direction. Talk to your rheumatologist about adding Benlysta now.
Oh man, I'm ugly, bro. Gotta get some more tattoos, buddy.
The psychological to your thriller. I don't even know I can trust.
Not too long. There's this salt cycle too, and we been really messing it up because we use so much salt. Damn.
An urgent manhunt ramping up for 8 inmates considered by authorities as armed and dangerous, still on the run, escaping from a jail 2 miles from New Orleans' popular French Quarter. 5 charged, 1 convicted of murder, most awaiting trial on serious felony counts.
There is no way you can get out of this facility without there being some type of lapse in security.
The sheriff says the Orleans Parish Justice Center was placed on lockdown at 10:30 p.m.
Damn.
Inmates were able to exit their cells because of defective locks.
Niggas left.
Breaking through a door at 12:23 a.m. They then exited the jail at 1:01 a.m. through a hole in the wall and a toilet seen in these photos. One photo showing writing that appears to say, "Too easy." Say the inmates used toiletries to remove some of the bolts. New surveillance video released late today of
DP, what's up, man? What up, Taco?
see the inmates escaping the facility through a dock door and running across the interstate.
This morning, after investigators were involved, they subsequently found clothing that they shared in that area.
7.5 hours later, sheriff's deputies discovered the inmates missing at a routine morning.
Aye.
The sheriff says short staffing in the jail and inoperable security cameras contributed to their escape.
We have indication that these detainees received assistance in their escape from individuals inside our department.
So far, 2 of the escaped inmates are back in custody. Deputies found one of them hiding beneath a car in a hotel parking lot in the French Quarter.
Got my little.
Now the sheriff's
Hold
department
on.
faces scrutiny about
Hold
when
on.
this could
Hold
happen.
on.
There were supervisors on duty. There were lower-level folks on duty, and they all had a job to do.
Louisiana's Attorney General has warned surrounding states about the escape, saying the inmates had plenty of time to get anywhere across the country.
New video on 11/11.
Top,
Pennsylvania
buddy.
police chief is on leave after pulling
Top,
a gun
buddy.
on a motorcyclist while off duty. Both men can be seen in a scuffle until a motorcyclist runs off. The chief then turns on his car's emergency lights. According to police paperwork, the chief said the motorcyclist was driving erratically before that incident. Manheim Township police are now open an internal investigation, and the motorcyclist has
Well, you got the most fun.
traffic
Thank you, man.
violations.
Period.
An emotional homecoming at Pittsburgh International Airport today is
What about this? You ain't fucking with this? You ain't fucking with this? You ain't fucking with the cup? The cup? The cup? With the top, though?
Kodak shot down during a mission over
With
Tokyo.
the top? Like, oof. Do, 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 do,
First
do.
soldier at the site to
Do,
be
do, do.
identified.
Do, 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 do,
This
do.
story will inspire other victories of World War II vets. Kodak will be laid to rest in Youngsville besides his other concerns.
11/11, 4 local Big Lots stores are slated to reopen next month.
Word, let me get higher than Big Lots.
Hills, Washington, and Indiana will open their doors again on June 5th. They'll be part of the 4th wave of Big Lots reopenings. Nearly 60 reopened at the beginning of the month. Stores closed when Big Lots filed for bankruptcy. And the city of Butler is almost ready to move forward. It's at a historic park. The city wants to work on the shelter.
Yeah, let me get that job.
Officials tell the Butler Eagle there are some things though that still need repairs, like
Facts. Facts.
from Parks and Rec to the school district. Council is expected to vote on that proposal next week.
An organization is fighting homelessness one development at a time, and now it's promising to help nearly 500 local families. Action Housing is a nonprofit development. It has 460 units ready in the next month. They're set aside for low-income households.
Seeing a lot of seniors.
Thank you.
People that, we're living into the social security extras weren't covering it anymore.
Thank
They
you.
find themselves actually in our shelter system.
These developments will be in different neighborhoods across the city. To learn more
So are you.
eligibility, you can visit our Fix IQ Center. New on 11/11, Team Rubin is extending its storm response in Allegheny County. Volunteers will help clean up damage from last month's unprecedented storms through the end of May. But as of
Tonight.
today, you can no longer call 211 for help on this. Instead, You can contact Team Rubicon directly to connect with the task force. Get that number up on your screen right now.
Your severe weather team 11 forecast.
Severe weather and the severe thunderstorm watch continues until 4 a.m. Likely to trend back as we enter the overnight, but not until this cluster of storms continues to move through and gets out of the area. These orange boxes flashing, indicating newly issued warnings, which are the higher level threat than the watch. But they are marching steadily towards Pittsburgh, and the latest brings right after midnight to about 1 a.m. So before you fall asleep tonight, make sure your devices are charged. You have that severe weather Team 11 app. Moving at about a 50 mile per hour clip, so that should put it across the state line within the next hour by 11:20, 11:30. Storm Tracker kind of plays that out and continues the threat for showers and a couple of thunderstorms through early morning. By 3 a.m. or so, most of the storms have moved north and likely to weaken before they get here, but still some gusty winds, some frequent lightning and heavier downpours before that part of the system finally gets out of here early today. The forecast does include that threat for strong winds. Have not seen widespread damage reports yet out of Ohio, but likely we are going to start seeing those rolling in some stronger winds to the west. Also downpours and lightning. Talking about winds, these are forecasts for tomorrow. And during the early part of the day, not so bad, but by the afternoon, gusts up to 40 miles per hour. So getting a stronger wind gust as we see some cooler air moving through. About noon to 3 or 4 o'clock as well, we will have the threat for just a stray shower or isolated storm. At this point, does not look widespread severe, but with still some of the conditions gusty winds checking tomorrow morning. That is you'll have the first and then finally, we are going to start to dry things out beginning late tomorrow night and Sunday. 5-day forecast includes some gusty winds and a shower isolated storm tomorrow. 67 back on Sunday. Mainly cloudy, giving way to some sunshine late day. Clouds and sunshine on Monday. 69. Another round of showers on Wednesday. Be prepared for possible strong storms overnight time.
News after 9/11, the Allegheny County Police Department is getting ready for the retirement party. Air Force. Henry is one of the longest serving members of the Mountain Unit. He's been serving the county since being donated to the department in 2007. Retirement ceremony is set Monday morning on a unit stables, and Henry will then go to his new park in Round Hill Park.
Standing room only as Pittsburgh's new women's soccer team takes the field. History making.
What happened? We can explain. We were riding scooters, then we played soccer, but the field was really muddy. Then I got into a water fight, but my pants ripped. Did you have oh, yeah.
What the hell?
Join out and save some for later.
There's a reason they don't call them clean bikes, am I right? Dirt bike.
Gas stations.
You gotta start at the top and work your way down. You want me to do yours next? Oh, you're from Oklahoma.
They have to fill the silence.
The bathroom goes 9914.
Progressive can protect you from mechanic events, but we can't protect you from when you bottle with us.
Look at this hot rodder.
She's challenging me to become a better version of myself.
All right.
Chilling. Chilling.
All of your balancing family and business. One majorly American trade.
SPACEHIPPIE J. SPACEHIPPIE J, y'all.
All right. We don't need to see what you can see now.
roaming around the kitchen, grabbing things to go closet and moving trash.
The minute you wake up, Channel 11 Morning News is all
Love you guys. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Love you guys.
4:30 a.m. every weekday. Constantly updating news, weather, and traffic.
Tomorrow.